All right, the buying process and how digital marketing can be affected by it. So as a recap, we just did an exercise on which platform, and now we need to go through the buying process and how digital marketing can be impacted by it. And we need to look at social emotions, consumer persona again, and the actual buying process. So this is what we are going to look at: online customer journey, personas, demand analysis, and social analysis, situation analysis in online marketplace. So we covered most of this stuff. So how do social media platform enable you to express your feelings?
Mm,
Or do
different.
they enable you at all?
They do for sure. They do enable one to express one's feelings, whether it be on Twitter via your, your tweet, or on Instagram via your story or your post on Facebook. There's many ways to express your feelings on social media.
Okay. So how are social emotions then relevant to marketing?
Mm, and we spoke about this. Um, to be honest, I can't even guess right now.
Okay. So everything that we use in digital marketing, remember, digital marketing is all about the promotion of a brand, and we need to communicate that brand. If there are no emotions involved in that communication, then chances are that it's not going to create valuable meaning to both consumers and brands. So social emotions is not only about negative emotions, emotions of fear and emotions of anger or hatred. It can also be emotions of happiness, emotions of gratitude. Think about happy customers, the way they can talk good about brands. We go back to the iPhone users or any brand advocates. So brands, social emotions are relevant to digital marketing because they can incite a consumer to act upon a brand, whether it's a positive reaction or a negative reaction. Emotions always trigger uh, the reaction that one can have towards a brand. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yes, you are.
All right. Is your digital persona different to your online persona?
Personally, yes.
Your people, you need to have one character, please. You don't want multiple different colors here.
No, let me tell you why. Because I'm a ghost online. Like, I don't post, I have no interest in posting, but in person, I'm really very colorful.
Okay. And the way it goes, it appears as if you're not doing something online, but you keep reading content and stuff like that.
Absolutely, all the time.
Yeah, for example, there are some people that I've seen online. Their last post was 10 years ago, like 2013, and you'd feel like their timeline is dead, no longer exists. It's a grave, you know, it's a cemetery.
Mm,
But they are
mm.
online. You can see they are online. Then I'll ask myself, what is she doing there? She's not posting anything, you know?
You're just a spectator. I'm a spectator.
Okay. All right. So those things are also some of the things that marketers need to consider. So psychology plays an important role in convincing the customer to complete a sale. And a successful digital marketer is the one who understands the tricks of applying the psychology of emotions into any digital marketing strategy. As I said, there are so many emotions that we can apply psychologically: emotions of fear, emotions of hatred, emotions of goodness, emotions of gratitude, of happiness, of joy. So, when it comes to social media, digital marketers follow the trends of sharing content pieces without even tracking the level of engagement that each share receives. This needs to be addressed, and digital marketers are encouraged to start applying the science of psychology that cares for the emotion of the consumer. As discussed in previous lessons, a consumer is an important variable when analyzing a brand's microenvironment. So what it means is that you post something online and you leave it as it is as a brand, and someone is expressing some aspects of emotions and you ignore them, you can lose your sense there. Either they are complimenting the brand or they are complaining from the brand, and there's no response from the brand itself. It becomes something that is that shows some sense of negligence. You don't care enough what people are saying, you know. So social media has become important as a means of communication and interacting online, and also as a source of peer recommendations. The capacity of social media platform to display our personal feelings is extensive, and digital marketers must also find out about what customers really feel about the product they buy. I think that's pretty straightforward, right?
Yes, it is.
Because if you look at people's posts out there, they reveal some sort of social emotions there. You bought a new dress, or there's this specific type of picture that you like, you post it online. You are expressing some emotions, be it some emotions of belongingness or some emotions of, entertaining others. Whatever angle you look at. That's why you see sometimes when people they're expressing their emotions on social media and they see uh, the undesirable reaction from people, they can develop anxiety from that. Just imagine you post something on your WhatsApp status in the morning. Until now, there's only one view. You have got 300 contacts in your phone. How do you feel?
Very neglected.
Yes, it happens. And sometimes it can actually be deadly. People commit suicide as a result of Instagram. You are having a live thing and no one is
Hmm.
paying attention.
Imagine.
So, yes, consumers can also be neglected by the brands that they are trying to reach out to through the expression of emotions. And the more they feel neglected, the more they abandon that brand. And it's not only on social media platform, even on digital platforms. As I said, personas are very crucial, and we always need to research about them, because these emotions that are expressed by customers, they can also be related or be linked with consumer persona. So let's look at the buying process now. What are the steps that you normally take when you think about buying something?
Um, so obviously it depends what I'm looking for, but I I do my research. Um, yeah, and then I see what's the best, you know, which one is the best in
Mm-hmm.
that category, and then I make my decision and then I buy.
Okay. And are these steps sequential?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. And what influence your buying decision?
It's either the need for it or there
Mm-hmm.
was some type of influence which created like a desire for this product, even though I didn't need it.
Oh,
But
the desire. Yes.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Then, based on what you've just told me, you are telling me as a customer. Then, why is understanding the buying process that you've just told me important in digital marketing? Any ideas?
Mm, So that as a digital marketer, because we have the customer journey, so that as a digital marketer what to you know what to provide in terms of your digital presence for that consumer, I'm guessing.
Okay. All right. We need to know the triggers. What triggers a person to buy something? The most common knowledge will be the need, but there are many touch points that triggers a consumer to buy something. You also say that sometimes you are influenced by someone or something that you come across, then you end up wanting to buy something. So we need to know the triggers so that we can sort of help consumers navigate to our site and get what they need. So the steps that a consumer generally takes when making a buying decision is known in marketing as the buying process. A standard model of consumer purchase decision includes the recognition of needs and wants, information search, evaluation of choices, purchase and post-purchase evaluation. So at each stage, the purpose is a particular outcome. So first of all, you need to be aware of that product. So there's awareness. Then the second one, you need to show interest. You need to be interested in that product. Then the third one, you need to evaluate that product, whether it's going to add value to you or not. Then you try it first. We have done it several times. I want to buy this Nivea and try it. And if you try it and you realize that it works, you then adopt it. Then if you adopt and you keep evaluating it, and if that adoption is going well, then it becomes an addictive want. So I don't know if I'm making any sense on that stage.
Yes,
On
you
those
are.
stages.
Yes, you're making sense.
Then the set of outcomes. So these are the particular purpose that you need when coming up with a buying decision. Then the set of outcomes, sometimes known as the hierarchy of response model, have already been considered in the digital market by the author of our current textbook. So at first, you do problem recognition, as you mentioned. Then you search for information. Then you evaluate, you make a decision. Then you take an action to buy that thing. And then you have got what is called a post-purchase. You evaluate whether the decision that you made to buy that thing was okay or not. Any questions about the buying process?
No questions.
All right. So this is a summary of how digital media can have an impact on the buying process. I think it is there in your textbook. So the first stage, those that are in blue, it's just a raw customer, a customer who has recognized a need, but he needs something to motivate him in order to make an action. So you need some communication objectives. So for example, you want something as a customer, but you are unaware of the products that are out there. So as a brand, we need to generate awareness to expose the product to you so that you become aware of that product. Then once you're aware of the product, we then position the features and benefits and the brand of that product. Those are the communication objectives. And here we come up with digital marketing strategies. So you can either use display advertising, pay-per-click ads, digital public relations, social recommendations, or when you want to make sure that the consumer knows about the product, you then do search engine optimization and so on. Then the moment that a consumer is doing a supplier search, we need to make sure that on the communication objectives, we've got lead generation. So we use aggregators there. Aggregators like the price check. Do you know price check, right?
Yes.
Aggregators like Hippo. If you are looking for insurance. Then when consumers are evaluating and selecting their product, we need to develop communication objectives that helps them, that would assist them to make a purchase decision. So we need to appeal to them and encourage them that they are making a right choice. And here you can use faceted search, buyer's guides, detailed product information, user review, and ratings as a digital marketing technique. Then once they buy that product, we need to make sure that we facilitate the purchase. That's why you see if they don't buy the product, they'll receive a notification saying that you forgot something in your cart, in your shopping cart. I don't know if you've come across that. So it is part of the communication objectives. So an automated email reminder, one-page payment system is, I've just explained that. And then the last stage, once they've bought that product, we need to initiate a long-term relationship. So we give them support of the use and retain the business. So that's how we support the buying process of a consumer from a communication objectives point of view and digital marketing techniques. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, we've done multi-channel buying models where you can cross-channel, integrating both offline and online. So it is imperative to recognize that a user journey through the platform is only part of the wider customer experience, which involves multi-channel marketing. The importance of multi-channel strategy should also be built into assessing customer behavior and their perception of online experience. The importance of digital channels in influencing the overall digital customer experience was discussed in the previous lesson. And since digital interactions often happen with limited customer experience of digital platforms, platform owners and designers need to understand how they can develop trusting relationships with target audience through the use of multi-channel strategies, especially when it comes to payments. People panic when they're about to pay. So as a designer, how can you make sure that the layout of the page and the systems, the tools that you are using as a payment gateway can develop a trusting relationship with the target audience? Okay.
Okay.
So as illustrated, it is vital to know how psychology plays an important role in convincing the customer to complete a sale. And a successful digital marketer is one who understands the tricks of applying the psychology of emotions into any digital strategy. We also spoke about personas, and I also took you through the steps that you need to consider when consumers are making a buying decision. The first one we said it's awareness, if you remember. Then after awareness, we've got interest. After interest, we've got evaluation. After evaluation, we've got trial. After trial, we've got adoption. If you keep applying these into a real life situation, it will become easier and you can even remember them without going through the textbook. So that's it about this question, about this lesson. It seems I'm not tired. Are there any questions?
No questions.
Okay, so we are done with customers. Is there anything that you need to mention about customers before we move to another key player of the micro environment?
No, not off the top of my head right now, but I know I'm going to go through this. And if I do have anything, I'll email you.
Okay. All right. Let's quickly go through competitor analysis now. Remember, we said the key players of the micro environment are competitors, suppliers, customers, intermediaries. So now we are going to look at competitor analysis.
Okay.
All right.